If you are over 60, you may have once believed that nighttime is when the body rests. But the truth is, when you fall asleep, your body does not stop working. It simply changes shifts. During the day, your skin focuses on protection, defending against sunlight, oxidation, and environmental stresses. At night, especially during deep sleep, the body finally begins to repair. This is the window when collagen, the foundation that keeps skin firm and elastic, is inspected, reorganized, and restored, not through rapid new production, but through very delicate adjustments at the cellular level. However, after 60, this biological rhythm is no longer as strong as it once was. Deep sleep becomes shorter, repair signals grow weaker, and collagen, although it is still there, no longer receives the same clear repair messages it did when you were younger. That is why so many women tell me I still sleep enough hours, but my skin no longer recovers the way it used to. The issue is not that you are doing something wrong. It is that the body after 60 requires different conditions to reactivate nighttime repair mode. In the next sections, I will show you exactly what is blocking collagen while you sleep, and more importantly, how to support your body the right way. Before we continue, please leave a comment and tell me where you are watching this video from. I would truly love to know which places this message is reaching. And if you find this content helpful, please subscribe to the channel to help us build a community of 100,000 subscribers, where women over 60 can access reliable health knowledge that truly aligns with their bodies. To understand why collagen no longer recovers the way it used to, we need to look deeper at the very real changes happening inside the body after 60, not just what you see on the surface of your skin each day. Many women focus on the mirror. They notice their skin is thinner, drier, less elastic, and a natural question arises: my skin has changed. But why? The answer does not lie entirely in the skin itself. It lies in how the body functions, especially at night. The first change, and the most important one, lies in sleep structure. When you were younger, your body could enter deep sleep naturally. This is the stage when the nervous system calms down, the heart rate slows, and repair systems become highly active. During those deep sleep hours, the body sends a very clear message: now is the time to repair. Now is the time to recover. This is when collagen is checked, reorganized, and maintained to support the structure of the skin. But after 60, this gradually changes. Sleep becomes lighter. You wake more easily. Deep sleep is shortened, sometimes to the point where you no longer clearly feel that you have slept deeply at all. And when these deep sleep stages are disrupted, the repair signals the body sends become weaker. Collagen does not disappear on those nights. It is still there, but it no longer receives a strong enough message that this is the time to recover, and so it gets pushed down the priority list. This matters far more than many people realize, because the body does not repair based on our wishes. It repairs based on biological signals. When the signal is not strong enough, collagen simply is not prioritized. The second change happens more quietly, but has a deep impact: the decline in hormones after menopause. Estrogen once acted as a silent coordinator. It did not directly create collagen, but it helped maintain an internal environment where collagen could be preserved and renewed steadily. When estrogen declines, the collagen foundation becomes more fragile. The skin's ability to retain moisture decreases, and nighttime repair requires more favorable conditions to take place. This does not happen overnight. It happens gradually, which is why many women do not notice it right away. Only when they look back do they realize their skin no longer bounces back the way it used to, even though they are still caring for it consistently. And then there is another change, discussed less often but extremely influential: how the body uses energy after 60. When you were younger, the body tended to have more abundant energy. It was willing to maintain daily function, repair damage, and regenerate at the same time. After 60, the body becomes more cautious. When sleep is not deep enough, when the body is still dealing with stress, low-grade inflammation, or accumulated fatigue from the day, it prioritizes vital functions first, such as cardiovascular function, breathing, and maintaining enough energy for the next day. Collagen, though important, often falls to the bottom of that priority list. When women understand this, many begin to feel relieved because their skin has not given up. It has not betrayed them. It is simply responding to how sleep is unfolding each night. When you recognize this, much of the pressure begins to lift. It is no longer the story of what did I do wrong, but rather what does my body need differently now? This is also when many women realize something even more important. Not every night of sleep brings the same effect to the skin. There are nights when the body truly enters a recovery state. The next morning, you can feel it clearly. The skin feels softer, less tight. The face looks more rested, even though you have not changed any skincare products. But there are other nights. You still sleep enough hours. You still stay in bed all night. You are not awake all night, not completely sleepless. Yet when you look in the mirror in the morning, your skin looks drier, duller, and fine lines appear slightly more pronounced. The difference is not in sleep duration. It is in the quality of the signals the body receives during sleep. On a night that truly supports recovery, the body sends clear messages that things are safe. Energy is sufficient, and this is the right time to repair. In that context, collagen has the opportunity to be reorganized, reinforced, and continue supporting the skin's structure. On the other hand, during restless or shallow sleep, or when the body remains internally stressed, the body does not stop working, but it shifts into conservation mode. It focuses on making sure you have enough strength for the next day. Rather than investing in long-term repair processes like collagen, this does not happen in just one night. But when it repeats over time, the skin begins to show familiar signs: increased dryness, thinning, reduced elasticity, and slower recovery after even small stresses. And it is right here that many women finally understand that the problem is not a lack of products, not a lack of effort, but that at night the body has not been given the right conditions to switch back into repair mode. When this becomes clear, everything starts to make more sense, and the adjustments that follow no longer feel forced, but instead become a natural process, one that truly aligns with the body after 60. Once you understand that not every night of sleep activates collagen, the next question naturally arises: what can I do so that nighttime truly helps my skin recover better? The answer may feel reassuring, because it does not lie in big, complicated changes or require you to overhaul your entire life. It lies in very small, very ordinary things, things that align with how the body after 60 actually functions. The first and most important factor is stability. After 60, the body no longer adapts well to irregular sleep and wake times the way it once did. When you go to bed at 10 o'clock one night, midnight the next, then wake up early or late with no consistency, the body struggles to recognize a biological rhythm it can trust. But when you go to bed and wake up at roughly the same times each day, even if it is not perfectly precise, the body gradually recognizes a familiar rhythm. And when the circadian rhythm stabilizes, nighttime repair signals become clearer. The body understands that night is a time to slow down, to repair, to recover, not a time to remain on high alert. The second factor is the quality of deep sleep, not the number of hours spent in bed. 8 hours of fragmented, restless sleep is not the same as 6 hours of deep, continuous sleep. After 60, the body does not need excessive sleep duration, but it does need truly restorative sleep. Simply improving the sense of relaxation before bedtime, allowing yourself to slow down, reducing stimulation, letting go of urgency can already help the body enter a much better recovery state. When deep sleep improves, collagen does not need to be forced. It naturally returns to its nighttime repair cycle. The third factor is reducing silent stress in the evening. After 60, the body becomes more sensitive to stress, even when you do not consciously feel anxious or pressured. An evening filled with excessive stimulation from news, phones, social media, or lingering thoughts can keep the body in a state of alertness, even after you are in bed with the lights off. In that state, the body does not receive a clear signal of safety to switch into deep repair mode. And when the body remains on alert, Collagen is rarely prioritized. The fourth factor is protecting collagen during the day, so nighttime does not have to repair too much. When the skin is constantly battling harsh sun, dryness, irritation, or prolonged environmental stress, the body must spend most of its nighttime energy putting out fires. It focuses on calming, balancing, and stabilizing first. Rather than investing in long-term collagen reinforcement, nighttime cannot fully compensate for cumulative damage from the day, and this becomes even more apparent after 60. And the final factor, just as important, is consistency rather than perfection. The body after 60 does not need aggressive solutions or sudden, extreme changes. It needs familiar, gentle signals repeated consistently each day to feel safe and ready to repair. A small habit maintained regularly is far more valuable than a big effort that cannot be sustained. As these elements gradually fall into place, many women begin to notice subtle changes. The skin does not transform overnight. There is no miracle, but each morning, the face looks a little less tired. The skin feels softer, less tight, less irritated, and that sense of ease begins to appear more often. These quiet changes are signs that collagen is slowly being guided back into its proper nighttime repair rhythm. And when that happens, you do not need to push your body to do anything more. You simply continue creating an environment where nighttime truly becomes a time to rest, to repair, and to allow the body to do what it has always known how to do, just at a rhythm that better suits life after 60. At this point, many women ask me a very direct question. If my body no longer recovers as strongly at night, should I still continue taking collagen? My answer is possibly, but with a different perspective. After 60, collagen is no longer the main lever that creates visible change in a short period of time. It no longer works the way it did when you were 40 or 50. And that does not mean collagen is useless. At this stage, collagen plays the role of supportive raw material, not a switch that turns firm skin back on. If the body does not receive enough repair signals at night, then even if you take collagen consistently, the body will tend to use it for other priorities first. That is why so many women feel disappointed. Not because they are taking collagen incorrectly, but because they are expecting collagen to do a job that only sleep and circadian rhythm can do. When nighttime becomes more stable, sleep becomes deeper, and the body is less stressed. Collagen, whether from food or supplements, finally has the opportunity to be used for its intended purpose. In other words, collagen does not repair the skin on behalf of the body. It only supports repair when the body is already ready to repair. And here is a small question for you, so I can understand you better. If you are taking collagen every day and feel that your skin has improved, even very slowly, please comment number 1. If you are taking collagen but have not seen clear changes, please comment number 0. I read every single comment, and your answers help me share content that is more aligned with what you are personally experiencing. Because after 60, the skin does not need more pressure. It needs to be listened to properly and supported at the right time. At this stage, many women begin to ask another important question. How do I know whether my sleep is actually helping collagen recover or not? The answer does not lie in a complicated test. It often shows up through very small signals the skin sends each morning. The first sign is how your skin feels when you wake up. If your skin often feels dry, tight, lacking softness, or tired first thing in the morning, that may be a sign that the body did not fully enter a recovery state overnight. When collagen is not reinforced in the right rhythm, the skin loses its ability to retain moisture, and dryness appears very early, even if you applied skincare carefully the night before. The second sign is that the skin becomes more sensitive to very small changes. A shift in weather, a familiar product, or even a slightly unusual day can trigger a more noticeable reaction than before. This is not because the skin suddenly became weak, but because the nighttime repair system is not yet stable enough to keep the skin balanced. The third sign is that the face looks more tired after nights of shallow sleep. Many women notice that after just a few restless nights, wrinkles appear more pronounced, elasticity feels reduced, and the overall face looks less vibrant in the morning. This is not collagen disappearing, but a sign that collagen was not reorganized and supporting the skin structure as it normally would. The fourth sign is slower recovery after tiring days. In the past, just one good night of sleep could help the skin bounce back fairly quickly. But after 60, if nighttime sleep is repeatedly disrupted, you may feel that your skin needs more time to return to a stable state. And finally, there is one sign that is often overlooked: how your entire body feels when you wake up. If in the morning you feel heavy, low in energy, or lacking vitality, that is a sign that the body used most of its nighttime energy to simply get you through the next day, rather than investing in deeper repair processes like collagen. And it is right here that many women realize something important. Sometimes, collagen does not need another new product. It simply needs nighttime to stop being disrupted by very familiar habits. When you begin to look at your skin this way, everything becomes lighter. It is no longer the story of what did I do wrong, but a journey of gently adjusting the night so the body can return to its natural repair rhythm once again. When it comes to collagen, many women immediately think of food, skincare products, or supplements. But in reality, what makes collagen hardest to recover after 60 often comes from very familiar evening habits. The first habit is staying in a stimulated state for too long before bed. Not everyone feels obviously stressed, but watching late-night news, scrolling on the phone, or letting thoughts run on in bed can keep the body in a state of alertness, even after the lights are off and the eyes are closed. In that state, the body struggles to shift into deep repair mode, and collagen is rarely prioritized. The second habit is eating dinner too late or having heavy evening meals. After 60, the digestive system needs more time to process food. When the body is still busy digesting while you sleep, nighttime energy is redirected toward basic maintenance, rather than tissue repair and collagen support. This does not mean you need to follow a strict diet, but simply allow the body enough quiet space before sleep. The third habit is taking very hot showers late in the evening. Many women enjoy the comforting feeling of hot water before bed, but if the water is too hot and too close to bedtime, it can overstimulate the body, making it harder for internal temperature to drop to the level needed for deep sleep. And when deep sleep is affected, collagen is affected as well. The fourth habit is irregular sleep timing, even if it shifts only slightly each day. After 60, the body is no longer flexible with constant changes in circadian rhythm. Going to bed a little later one night, waking up a little later the next day can blur nighttime repair signals. Collagen needs familiarity. It responds best when the body feels stable and safe in its rhythm. And finally, expecting too much from nighttime while neglecting daytime protection. If during the day the skin is exposed to harsh sun, dryness, or prolonged irritation, at night the body must prioritize damage control rather than reinforcing long-term collagen structure. Nighttime cannot fully compensate for what is worn down throughout the day. What is important to remember is this: these habits do not destroy collagen overnight, but when repeated over time, they slowly strip nighttime of the recovery role that collagen depends on. And when you begin adjusting these very small things, the body gradually feels safer each evening. At that point, collagen does not need to be forced. It naturally returns to its proper role, a quiet but steady part of the recovery process after 60. If there is one most important thing I want you to remember after this entire video, it is this: your collagen has not disappeared, and your body has not turned against you. After 60, the body simply becomes more cautious. It no longer repairs everything automatically the way it did when you were younger. It needs a sense of safety. It needs a stable biological rhythm. And it needs nighttime to be truly calm in order to enter recovery mode. When you understand that collagen is not a button, but part of a delicate biological system, much of the pressure naturally falls away. There is no longer the urge to chase new products, no longer the feeling that you have done something wrong. Only listening and small adjustments that fit the current stage of life. And as your nights gradually become more stable, as the body feels safer during sleep, Collagen has the opportunity to return to its proper role, quietly supporting, maintaining, and protecting the skin in the most sustainable way. If this video helped you understand your body more clearly, please press like to support the channel. If you believe this message could help another woman over 60, please share this video with her. And don't forget to subscribe to continue this journey with me in future videos where we build a community specifically for women over 60, with health knowledge that is accurate, gentle, and truly aligned with the body at this stage of life. Thank you for staying until the end of the video. I truly appreciate your presence here.